Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you are watching the Pro Bowl for the 2024 season of the Electrosports League. Fail Brigade taking on Bad Company. Fail Brigade obviously in their traditional red and black, with the away team for today, the Bad Company team, who will be playing in white and orange. William Fisher will be taking care of the quarterbacking to get us started. And he usually plays for the Derry Mean Machine, who have the bowl still to contend with. This Pro Bowl unconventionally taking place before the bowl has taken place. And for Bad Company, it is Jeff Ferguson, who has straight out of the Cuba Petty Grey Nomads. And he's off the back of a particularly dashing season there. If we go along to the predictions here, Danny, Dave, James, they're all predicting an easy Fail Brigade win, with Joe saying that Bad Company are going to do it in the last minute. Well, I have no idea. Let's get to the game. So it's a beautiful evening here at the Gridiron Dome Stadium. It's not a dome, it's a stadium. And let's get this game underway. And it is Fail Brigade to kick off. Dave Rundle is it Dave? Is someone Rundle? It's what's his first name? Rundle. I even sorted these into alphabetical order. There we go. He played the catastrophe kicker. David Rundle kicks that off, and with wide receiver Abney is the returner there for Bad Company. They're going for a pass from the get-go, and that's it was dropped there by someone. Don't know. Unless they name check him, I can't really tell you. Anyway, Ferguson back to drop. Gives it to Bandit. Plays for the Hong Kong Kings, of course. And one of the leading running backs in the league this season. Penalty was called on that one. Giving him a 2nd and 5. Bandit gets the call again. Goes straight up the middle. Not a lot there. 2 rush attempts for 2 yards so far. Bandit again. And he's gone around the outside and gets absolutely levelled. So they'll be back to punt. And it's Jack Rasputin for the Bangalore Traffic Jammers, who is on punting duty today. There's Kurt Cobain of the Catastrophe with the return. Fisher now in the pocket, and they're giving to Jansen for their first carry of the day. Jansen, of course, a 5th-year veteran out of the Vienna Norseman. It's Fisher again. He's going for it all on one play and completes to John Dunham of the Derry Mean Machine. Well, I mean, that's a combination we've seen regularly throughout the season. Well, they're still not giving up on Jansen yet. That's another carry for him. Nothing really doing. Anyway, Fisher now under pressure, and he's crumpled up a bit. That was Ryan Bell from the Manchester Ramblers taking care of business there. Jansen, another carry and another loss of yardage. That brings up a 4th and 27. One imagines that they'll be punting, and that one's gone into the end zone. Loose shoe there from the Florence Falls, dumping that one deep into the end zone. So second possession now for Bad Company. Now as Ferguson gets murdered, losing 11 yards on the play. Terrific stuff. He's now in his own end zone, but he gets rid of it in time. Throws it straight to Cobain. Well, I don't know if there was some confusion going on there or not, but that didn't go so well, did it? There's Fisher. Trouble inbound, overshoots the receiver, who was wide open there. Fisher clearly feeling the pressure. Runs into his own running back, and that's in the end zone. Is that Dunham again, or is that Cunningham? Oh, there was someone who ends in Ham, and that was a touchdown. The extra point is good, and Fail Brigade here in the first quarter, taking their lead 7 points to nothing. Yes. Pretty exciting stuff. That one's gone out the back of the end zone. Okay, fine. Now, Bad Company need to answer this one pretty quickly. What are they going for? Another run to Bandit. Well, that's gone nowhere, has it? Rodney Coombs there with the tackle. Also plays for the Falls. Going for a deep pass. No, that one's batted away. Cobain once again on the coverage. He's getting himself about a bit. Ferguson. He looks. Oh, picked off by Bauman from the Wolves. Bauman there with a sneaky interception. Pretty good for a big lineman. Rumour is that he's going to switch teams at the end of the season. That's another touchdown there, incidentally. Fail Brigade now up. Wait for it. 14 points to nothing. And we're barely halfway through this first session. Bad Company now need to regather their memento. Just momentum, I think we'll probably do. Here's Thomas Abney on the return. Plays wide receiver, 9th-year veteran for the Portland Pirates. And, let's stick with that. That's working. Gives it to Bandit, who gets a yard. Terrific. So that's what you want to see. Bandit again gets a carry. No, he's been hit by Combs again. Oh, you can pronounce it Coombs if you want to. I'm not entirely sure which way I'm going to go with that. But there, Bandit again. I mean, they like this guy. Oh, well, I do. Obviously, he plays for me. But Bandit with a 26-yard reception. And finally, Bernstein's to break for a few yards. There, 8-yard carry off 1st and 10. And he gets a catch. But his arm's not supposed to do that. But apparently he's used to it. So that's all good. Ferguson looking deep, throws it away again, and it's Billingsley who gets the takeaway. Brian Billingsley, the linebacker for the Syracuse Snowballs. And Fisher there evading some pressure. Oh, it's picked off by Dave Surface, who is probably named Dave. Yeah, he's named Dave. Linebacker for the Sunblazers, who were champions this season for Bad Company West. Knocked out of the playoffs, though, obviously, but... you can't have it all. Going deep? No, not so much this time. Well, it's Ferguson. He's looking to get the first score of the day for Bad Company. As long as he doesn't throw all his yards away on getting sacked again, we might get a field goal. Rennie Hamilton there with the knockdown. Rennie Hamilton playing for the Norsemen, who under new ownership have had a pretty good debut season, managing to make the playoffs, winning their own division in Fail Brigade East. Yes, just details. I'm just proving my depth of knowledge, or at least the depth of note-taking that I've got. James Cunningham there with the run back from the Brighton Bobcats. And no, that one was incomplete. The Bobcats, of course, one of the new franchises this season, excuse me, having new ownership taken over from the Edinburgh Jesters. Another run with Jansen. Still not a lot happening with Jansen, but Fisher there getting absolutely molested behind the line, bringing up a 4th and 16. They'll punt this one away. And here's Kyle. Is his name Dave as well? Sure, why not? Nice Donald. Oh, beg your pardon. He also plays for the Sunblazers out of South Oxford. They've had a particularly good breakout season, and they're going to be hoping for a lot more next year. Bandit there with another run. That brings him up to 11 yards on the ground for the day so far. There, Ferguson there getting invited to eat the turf. Bauman with his 2nd sack of the evening. And that's gone long. And it's Kelly who comes away with it. Unexpectedly there, Kelly, the tight end for the Montreal Alouettes. One of the foundation teams in the league. Bandit gets a little bit held up behind Lariviere there, who was doing a spot of blocking, but still manages to squirt out for 8 yards, which is a delight. There you go, 2nd and 2. Well, no, that one not so well. So 3rd and 3 now. Deep into enemy territory. This to take him inside, then never mind. No, that's okay. Morris Bricky there making his 2nd tackle of the afternoon. He's a long-time player, if you consider his 2nd season to be long-time, for the Antananarivo. Hang on, I'm going to pronounce this right. It's going to take me a minute. Antananarivo, yeah. Whatever they're called, Lemurs, who will be under new ownership next season, with the long-term coach Skipper Chew having stepped down at the end of 2024. Jansen there with another carry. Jansen's really getting it done. Straight out of the Norseman. Yeah, sure, give it to Jansen again. Yeah, that's worked well for you so far. I mean, that said, you are up 14-6 here in the 2nd quarter, so who knows? What's that going to be? It's only a flipping catch. And that's James Gold there from the Auckland Sea Kiwis, who I have to avoid calling the Sea Wikis because that's how it looks in my head. But no, it's Sea Kiwis, another debut team this season, and that one went quite well. Anyway, this is 3rd and 13. Robert Andrews there with a tackle. Andrews, of course, out Cheesy Philly, another long-term team, and there's Cunningham with an important catch. That takes Fail Brigade. No, yes it does. Yeah, Fail Brigade, that's who the Reds are. Yeah, okay, takes Fail Brigade inside the red zone. The Reds and say, yeah, sure, give it to Jansen. That works out well every time. Yeah, no, well done. Well done, that Jansen there, he's a miracle. Should do that more often. Oh, that's another interception. Oh, my goodness. I think it was Miller came away with that one. Miller playing out the Denver Panthers. Defensive back, he was obviously on some kind of, harshing rush up front kind of business kind of thing there. Ferguson steps back into the pocket. He's got all day, finds Ray Paccio. One of the leading receivers this season, again from the Sunblazers. Sunblazers on quite a breakout, so does Ferguson. He's having a little nap. The Nomads have been almost unstoppable right until the playoffs when they were stopped. Going 15-1 in the regular season. And in no small matter to Ferguson's ability to find plays that work over and over again. It's Fisher. He's going for it all. No, that's dropped there. Well, that was rubbish. Have another go. Go on, do the same. Or give it to Jansen. Oh, crikey. Well, he's going to be feeling that one. That's Patrick Sandoval for the traffic jammers there with his first sack of the afternoon on a cornerback blitz. And it's another pick off by defensive lineman. Andrews there for Philly. Or they give to Lariviere. Oh, that's good. I mean, one of the veteran players, Eddie Lariviere, he's been in the league for a very long time, largely on returning duties more than anything else these days. But he still gets to play. Has Bandit with a catch. Didn't accomplish anything. It's his fourth reception of the afternoon. He's had 13 runs, 4 receptions, and he's totaled 30-odd yards. And at some point you have to go like, is this working for us? Is it though? Is it really? Anyway, that was a field goal for Bad Company. They now narrow the lead to just 5 points. Fail Brigade back in possession again. There's Cunningham getting kicked by his own team member. Terrific. James Cunningham, of course, wide receiver for the Bobcats. They gave it to Jansen. He evaded one tackle, fought off another one, still got hit behind the line. Kevin Clark there doing the damage. And he plays for the Woonsocket Ducks, who are another founding team in the league. And that's a good catch from Dunham. He's had a couple today. And the Mean Machine received off flipping it. Yeah, give it to Jansen. Yeah, you're inside the 2-minute warning. Keep running it. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to work just dandy. Yep, there's Fisher having a bit of a nap. Robert Andrews there. He's got an interception. He's now got a sack as well. Yeah, and there's Jansen. He's uncertain what to do. He was about to cross the line of scrimmage and looked a bit uncertain as to what happens. As far as he's concerned, beyond the line of scrimmage is basically written, "There be dragons." Anyway, it's Kyle. Well done, mate. Only one player to beat, and you didn't. Kyle there, massively impressive. Here's Bandit. He's got room. No, he decided not to use the room. He decided to run straight into the defenders instead, which is exactly what you want to see. Ferguson steps back, looks, waits, sacked. Yep, good. Excellent. Right, that's 3rd and 12. You're raising all forward momentum there. What's it going to be? Slightly dubious pass, but lofted out to Kelly from the Alouettes. And a bit short of the first down, so they'll kick that one away. And it's Cobain, defensive back for the catastrophe there, who doesn't get very far. But here's Fisher now, clock ticking, 1:40 to play. There's a flag on this one. Jansen breaks the line of scrimmage. That's clearly illegal, and it's against the defence. Offside, 5-yard penalty. They'll decline that and take the 2nd and 4. Jansen making 6 yards progress there, and then losing it again on the very next play. Bringing up a 3rd and 9. What's it going to be? Yeah, sure, 9 yards to go. Give it to the running back that's doing oh so well. Yeah, smart play calling there. And on 4th and 10, they punt it all away again. Hope you like punting. Here's Kyle. What's he going to do this time? Run straight at him, mate. That's the way to go. Ignore the fact that you've got some blocks further up the field. Blocking's for losers. Ferguson now steps back, looks, finds Kelly again. Kelly rapidly becoming his favourite receiver. A nice 9-yard grab there. And on 2nd down, gives to Bandit. Bandit, I think, has got the 1st down. He doesn't. It's 3rd and inches. And Ferguson, rather than chancing a run, finds Kelly all alone. And that's good for another, I don't know, half a dozen yards, something like that. 4 catches for Kelly so far today, 71 yards. He has dropped the whole flipping neck. Oh, dearie me. 11-yard loss there as Ferguson is absolutely pummeled. And he's now going to try and make that back with a really short throw to Lariviere. That's not so much. He has completed 10 of 17. So, I mean, we should give him some credit, were it not for the fact he's also thrown 3 interceptions. He finds Kelly once more. Kelly forever, oh, never mind. It's offensive holding there. Nick Hall usually plays for Cheesy Philly. He's got a bit of veterancy behind him, so you would expect him to know better than that. But clearly he doesn't. I'll tell you what, I'll move the mouse cursor out of the way. That might improve your viewing pleasure if you had noticed it. If you hadn't, you did then. And now you know where it is. Oh no, there's no mystery left in the world for you. A minute left to go in the first half. Jansen with a carry. Somewhat predictable result there as Kevin Clark gets another tackle. His 5th of the day. Here's Fisher. He's going for it all. No, he's not. No, he threw into double coverage with a man over there who could have covered some more. Here's 3rd and 15. And it's picked off. Kyle, the returner. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Let's pass interference against the offense. So no, that will count. Ferguson now, with just a minute left in the first half, will be looking to capitalise on that turnover. And it's that man Kelly again. Once again, right place, right time. Ferguson completing the pass. There's Bandit with a nice move to gain a couple of yards there. 17 rush attempts, 27 yards. Just over 2 yards a carry there. That's Hall of Fame material. Still 27 yards. Bandit again. Oh, what a dodge. Oh, flipping it. Gets the first down and a little bit more. 50 seconds left in the half now. And Bandit once more. Yeah, sure. Keep it on the ground. It's not like we're pushed for time. You keep at it. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Just a yard at a time with an occasional penalty. This will bring up the 7th play in the drive. And they're sticking with Bandit, who is possibly showing a few signs of fatigue at this point. And Bad Company once again going for a field goal. And it's up and it's good. Only 2 points in it now. Pretty exciting stuff. And it should be pointed out that here at the end of the half, we've had 3 possessions in the space of about 40 seconds. So that inside the 2-minute warning, time dilation really does stretch out, and it does feel like it's going on forever. Something's a bit wonky with the clock, and Fisher gets murdered. Again, Clark with his first sack of the afternoon. He's had a busy day. Here's Jansen. Oh, he evades one tackle, but still ends up behind the line there. Ryan Bell, the inflictor of the damage, playing out of the Ramblers in his 9th season. Yeah, you don't see many players go beyond their 9th season, but there's one of them. So, Fail Brigade punting. That drive there using up 12 seconds. Here's Kyle. He makes some yardage over the halfway line. Ferguson setting up in good position, and it has to be said that in this second period, the traffic has been all Bad Company oriented. There's Bandit losing the progress that Lariviere made on the previous play. Good. Oh, yeah, give it to him again. Why not? Oh, he actually did some good there. But that'll bring up 4th and 3. Looks like they're punting. I mean, to be honest, this is surely Hail Mary material, but I guess it isn't. 17 seconds now remaining in the first half. That one went out of bounds. Fisher's in his own end zone. He needs to get rid of it, and does, and that's a drop. Solid work. James Cunningham there. Dropped that one well and proper. Jansen, he actually breaks the line of scrimmage and gains 3 for his trouble as well. Miraculous stuff. That will surely make the front page of the paper. Where's that going? Other than a really long way. Well, that one went a really long way. Anyway, 6 seconds later, and that's that drive done. Give it back to Badco. Kyle, once again, goes straight up the middle. That didn't work. Again. And now, Bad Company take possession once more. Flash Bandit runs to the outside. He's only a second-year player, is Bandit, but he's really put his mark on both the team and the league overall. He's one of the favourite players of everybody, I think. What happened there? I don't know. Ferguson got sacked again, but it was well messy, and that should bring up the end of the half, which it does, mercifully. So, at the end of the first half, 57 plays Bad Company. That's quite a few for one half of football. 42 for the Fail Brigade. Total yards, 115, plays 91. The Fail Brigade running game so far failing to make any kind of headway at all. 6 sacks aside, turnovers are plenty. Ain't that what she wanted there? Don't know, can't argue. I don't really know. Anyway, Fail Brigade start the second half. Cunningham with the return. He's in there somewhere. Parts of him anyway. Here we go. Fisher to Jansen. Didn't work. Yep, okay. Donald Kyle there, defensive back, getting the tackle. And it's gone very long, and it's dropped. A flag on the play, and it's pass interference against the offense. That'll bring up a second and 21. Patrick Sandoval being interfered with unjustly. William Fisher, amazingly, hold on, throwing an interception to Howard Houston, who is currently playing for, it's someone in the West. Hang on, what's his name? Houston. No, he's playing for the Villains. Oh, I should know that. I'm in the same division. Playing for the Aston Villains. Bad Company taking possession. Coming up on halfway. A 4-yard run from Flash Bandit there brings up second down. And he makes another couple of yards there. Definitely Bad Company are having slightly more success vis-a-vis the running game. They were anyway, not so much now. They do have, has to be said, 5 running backs on their roster, but they're sticking with the 1-2 punch of Bandit and Bandit at the moment. And what's it going to be? It's Brian Bumbler. Brian Brumbelow, the rookie who plays for Auckland, and he went for an 11-yard run there. Stuff this Jansen business. Do a bit more of that. That was effective. Well, okay. What's happening next? Jansen in the backfield. Gets the carry. Gets hit behind the line. Brilliant stuff. 3rd and 14 now. And where are we going with this one? Fisher drops back. Under pressure. And sacked. Well, after an early scoring run from Fail Brigade, they have entirely failed to be impressive since that point. Here comes Kyle. He tries to run away from trouble. Didn't make it. Bad Company, back in possession. Here's Bandit. Oh, he's got a couple of yards off that one. It's nice to see the running game actually paying off a little bit. 58 yards for Bandit so far today. Off 31, Laraviere there on the second down, losing a couple. That's Morris Bricky, cornerback there, making a sound. There's Bandit getting sacked behind. That's just stuff behind the line. Gold is returning from injury. Well, no one told me that he'd been injured in the first place. So I guess that's a relief for everybody. And that'll be a touchback. So from their own 20-yard line, Fail Brigade taking possession again. Gives to Jansen, who's ahead of the line by almost 2 yards. We're going to rule it as 2 yards because we're feeling generous. Second down, Jansen again. Loses the 2 yards and a little bit more. That's good. David Surface there. Doing the damage. He's got very long hair. And Dunham gets his first grab in quite some time to give Fail Brigade a much-needed first down. There is a flag on that play, and it's offside against Ryan Bell. That's his. Is that his second? Well, someone else with a short name added offsides earlier on. Oh, fumble-ire. Jansen finally had enough. Gives the ball up, but manages to be recovered by the boys in red, who are now looking on a 2nd and 9 for something interesting. Sure, throwing a triple coverage. I would. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Fisher now, dropping back again. Pressure coming. Cunningham there with the grab right about the first down. Oh, they're going to count that as a first down. And give to Jansen. Business as usual there for Jansen. Good, solid behaviour. Howard Houston making the tackle. Fisher drops back, surveys the field, throws. Should have been picked off, but I think those two defenders were fighting amongst themselves as to who was going to get the ball, and so neither of them did. Here's Fisher. He's having a go. He's going long. It's only a ruddy touchdown. Dunham gets the touchdown there, extending the lead miraculously for Fail Brigade. They don't deserve it, but they have it. And the extra point is good. Fail Brigade now 21 to Bad Company's 12. Well, golly. We're going to take this one back. Abney now he's going to give it a go. Oh, he gets some blocking, but not really enough. No, not if you're going to run directly into the back of the blockers. That doesn't tend to go so well. Ferguson looking for someone. He dodges a tackle, throws it too far. Classic work there. Jansen was injured. He's back now. That'll be a relief for Fail Brigade. There's Kelly. He's got a ball. He makes about 8 on that one, bringing up a 3rd and 2. 91 yards for Kelly today. That's nice. There's Bandit. And throwing away what was looking quite promising there. Well, I mean, it was looking promising in the sense they'd had one player that went forwards. I mean, that in itself is unusual. Anyway, here's Cobain. He's going for a return. Slippery sideways movement there, almost threw the defender off. Ultimately didn't, though. Here's Fisher. And who's he going for? He's going long again. He's going far too long again. I mean, great range on the man. He's only completed 9 of 27 passes today, but he has racked up 250 yards in that time. There's Gold making another reception. 2 catches today for 42 yards in total. They're giving it to Jansen, who's got blockers, and then runs into one of them. Oh well, he still made 6 yards. That's unusual. Brings up the end of the 3rd quarter, and I hope you appreciate just how fast the 3rd quarter rattled past there. Brumbelow, with his 2nd carry of the game, falls over. 3rd and 5 now. Fail Brigade charging up the field. They do have a tendency to go for it all in one. Oh, that was close, but not close enough. I mean, had it been close enough, it would have been caught, and then we wouldn't describe it as being close. Going for a coffin corner kick there, but it doesn't happen. It went out the back of the end zone, and bad company take over from the 20. It is Bandit. He's got room to move. No, he went the wrong way. He still made 18 yards off that, though, and that's a remarkable piece of success on the running game. He's away again. Oh, flipping heck. I don't know how that dude managed to move that fast, but he did move that fast. Bring up 2nd and 7. Ferguson, he's down. He's lost the ball. One of the linemen came up with it. Donald Stansbury. There's the name. No, he was the man who made the tackle. No, hold on. Who does he play for? I should be watching the game. He plays for Miami Wolves. Good for him. Was that another sack there? I think it probably was. I was looking at my my stat sheet seamlessly to keep the play-by-play going with some detail that you're going to want. Right. Fail Brigade taking over. 7 minutes left to go in the game. Although, obviously, the last 2 minutes take about 22 minutes. Corey Morton there with the tackle. Fisher. Oh, he gets absolutely thumped. He's down again. And that brings up 3rd and 24. Flag on the plate. It's going to be holding, I imagine. Wallop. Missed. Yep. Holding. Virgil Kwan there. You want to know who he plays for? Well, I'm glad you asked. He plays for the Norsemen. Quite a few Norsemen making a name for themselves in not doing very well in today's game, despite the fact that the team they're playing for is doing quite nicely indeed. Thank you very much. There's Kyle with the return. Bad company, beg pardon, taken over at their own 32. Ferguson there. Make sure he didn't want to start his own 32. Decided that he'd rather start at the 21. And his wish was granted. There's a flag on the play. That'll be holding. And there's a new person. Sir Rick Ritchie. Ritchie. Yeah, no, it is Ritchie. Yeah, there you go. He's tight end. Plays for the Villains. That pass won't count, of course. Ferguson now in his own end zone. Throws it miles to nobody. Had a receiver. Led him too far, the receiver. Running out of steam there. 3rd and 31 now. Throws it into traffic. Pacheco gets the catch, but it's not enough. 4th and 9. They're going to punt. Boof! Rasputin there. Boofing it up the field. That's Cobain with the return. And he's tackled. Fail Brigade taken over at 37. Here we go. Brace yourselves for action. Fisher, he's back. He's sacked. All right. Okay, good. That's Rollerball Rocco there, linebacker. For the... I almost got that one right, you know. For the Nomads. Jansen there with another carry. He's averaging just over 1 yard loss per attempt today, which is good. 4th and 19. Fail Brigade back to do a bit of puntage. There it goes. And it's caught. And here goes Kyle. Straight into the defender. Good lad. Well done. Excellent work. Wear him down that way. That's definitely the way this goes. There's Bandit. He doesn't make anything off this one. Bandit had quite a successful period in the last drive. Not so much in this one so far, but he's clawed back the yards that he lost there and got another one for the trouble as well. 3rd and 9. Sure, why not go for a run? Yeah, go for it. Oh, that didn't work. Bad company, punting. 2 minutes 47 left to play. Bad company down by 9. Well, thrilling stuff. I mean, there's plenty of time left to score. Probably about 30 or 40 points, I would have thought. Yeah, there you go. That's a long throw. And it's picked off. Sandoval there with a pick-off, leading to a turnover. Well, I mean, what else could it lead to? I don't know. It'll lead to the end of the world. It's Morris Bricky making a tackle there off another unsuccessful running attempt. Here's Ferguson. And gives it straight back to the other team. It's Hutchins with the grab. William Hutchins out the Tillamook Thunder, of course. Third-year player. Makes the Pro Bowl because he's quite good. Oh, hold on. No, wait, another turnover. Caribou getting a recovery for the Denver Panthers usually. Ferguson with a nice piece of evasion. Oh, if that would have been complete, that would have been play of the game. It wasn't complete, though, so it's not play of anything. Turnovers are plenty here in the fourth quarter, ensuring that the drama continues to run rich as Kelly gets another one, and that's the 2-minute warning. So we're now into the point where time really doesn't matter. Ferguson now gets a... That's only Kanye flipping West there. Yeah, I know. The Kanye West. He plays for Cheesy Philly. And he did remarkably well there. Ferguson giving as much of it back as possible by allowing himself to get sacked on second down. 3rd and 13. Well, that's why he plays defense, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Cobain there. Ball thrown straight to him. He was facing the ball. It hit him in the hands. He dropped it. And that's why he plays defense. Last thing he wants to do is catch the ball. No, he hits it at the ground every opportunity he gets. Fail Brigade now taking over following the punt. I think they had a punt. Oh, it's a touchdown. Well, this has been... Hold on, wait. It's holding against the offense. Brian Powell there. Shame on you, Brian Powell from the Tillamook Thunder. It's Jansen with some positive yardage. Ouch. The timeout being called before the play had finished. Smart move. Here goes Jansen again. Now he's down again. That'll bring up 3rd and 20. Good. Jansen's injured. We might see someone else. Or will we go with the pass now? 3rd and 20. Here we go. 3rd and 20. It's going to occur any time. Don't tell me. Oh, hold on. We might not have to ride this out, as Fail Brigade appear to be running the clock down. That could just be me, but the seconds on the play clock appear to be moving slower than the seconds on the game clock. Yeah. All right, that's a bit odd. No, hold on. No, they're not. No, it's okay. It was some kind of optical something or other. These seconds are going... How many Mississippis can you get in there? So if we go 31 Mississippi, 30 Mississippi, 29 Mississippi. It's not happening. This clock is incorrectly configured. So I've got to fill now for 17 seconds that are longer than that, while Fail Brigade rinse the clock. Now, Bad Company, of course, I believe they still have some timeouts available and could be sparing us this. They've opted not to do that, however. I can see who's actually on the field. It's Childress, who is lined up in the backfield. And he doesn't get the ball there. They instead stop the clock with an incomplete pass. That stops the clock, lads. All right, so kick this one straight over there. Shoot, punting it away in the end zone. Right, okay. Now, still all to play for. Down by 9, so we're going to need a touchdown here from Bad Company. Otherwise, the game's... Oh, it's Ferguson getting slapped again. Well, that's Bauman with his 6th sack of the game. They probably should do something to block him, you know. Whatever. And it's picked off by Hutchins. Hutchins there with the pick-off. He's a good player. That's probably why he's on the Pro Bowl team. They get a Childress who makes a couple of yards. Already now, Childress, after one play, has more yards than Jansen, who is mercifully injured. Oh, really? We're doing this again, are we? Okay, well, amuse yourselves. We've got about 2.5 weeks before the next play is underway. One play in this drive so far for 3 yards. It was a rushing play. Yeah, rushing play. Made about 3 yards. That rushing play was, I guess you'd call it a sweep of some kind. Out to the left there. yeah, and it was Matthew Childress, plays for the Brighton Bobcats, previously, of course, the Brighton Bobcats, known as the Edinburgh Jesters, and he's in his 6th season, so very much in the prime of his career, and was a late nod to the Pro Bowl team. Oh, certainly was. Didn't have the most stellar of seasons, having spent some of it out injured. And no, he was a late call-up to the team. So there you go. For those interested, of course, the Hyper Electro Bowl takes place tomorrow. And that will see the Derry Mean Machine from Fail Brigade taking on the Bangalore Traffic Jammers for Bad Company. Now, the Traffic Jammers have their 3rd owner in as many seasons. And this will win. Oh, it's Brombelow. He's away. Flipping heck. What a run. Oh, he's coughed it up. No, Lawson picks it up. Who's Lawson? I don't know. Presumably he plays offence. Fail Brigade. Lawson. He's not on my list. Why not? Should be on my list. He's not on my list. All right. Okay. Well, he may have saved the game there. There's 31 seconds left on the game clock. 34 seconds on the play clock. We can run this out. If he were to kneel, yeah, the play would be dead, and we could all go home, and I could go and look at the player stats and regale you with tales of the player stats. Anyway, Brombelow, because I don't know if I got to it previously, plays for the Sea Kiwis, of course. Rookie this season, breakout season as a rookie. He's going to be highly in demand. Those teams that are looking for a stellar running back, they could go and buy Mr. Rumbelow. Brombelow. It's got a superfluous B at the start of his name, which shouldn't be there. Rumbelow is as much of a surname as anybody needs. I'll be honest. You really don't need any more than that. No, that's more than enough. Anyway, with just 10 seconds, or however much these seconds actually are left in the game, Fail Brigade up by 9. They're playing a 4 wide receiver set here with a solo back. And, oh, no, they're having a go. What's going to happen here? Fisher throws. Nothing. 5 seconds left. Stops the clock, of course, so we're going to get another play. Oh, that's exciting. It's a pitch to Childress. And then the Fail Brigade team decide to... Sorry, Bad Company call a timeout. Still 5 seconds left to go. That previous play having taken no seconds. Cunningham on the 1 yard line. Oh, no, it's not. It's a touchdown. Oh, well, that's that. Game over. Well, there's 3 seconds left and they were down by 9. I would have think it probably is game over, isn't it? I don't know. But it was Childress making a... No, it wasn't. You sure? No, it's Cunningham. You sure it's Cunningham? I thought it was Childress. No, I'm pretty sure it was Cunningham. All right, well, someone got a touchdown there and that was good. Anyway, Abney with the run back. 2 seconds now remaining in the game. And Bad Company spooling up. And Ferguson unleashes to Bandit. And that's it. That's the ball game. Your Fail Brigade there, getting the damage done. It was close stuff overall. I've lost my voice, I'm so excited. 11 sacks versus 6. 6 turnovers apiece. Anyway, there's Fisher's numbers. Rating of 50. It's not really what you want to see from the Pro Bowl, is it? Is it? No. Ferguson, however, is rated worse than that. 33. 5 interceptions for Jeffrey Ferguson. Not sure why he was chosen, but he didn't really perform. If we go to running here, Flash Bandit, 39 carries, averaging 1.9 yards per carry. Remarkable stuff. And then as we flip across to Fail Brigade, Jansen there, averaging 0.9 yards a carry. So minus 0.9 yards a carry. Brombelow, however, actually getting respectable numbers with 4 yards a go. As we go over to receiving, we got a fair few receivers. Hold on, no, we didn't. We've got 2 who were listed because they fumbled it. Childress is listed just because he would happen to be on the pitch. But the ones who actually got the job done, Dunham, who plays for someone. Yeah, he plays for the Derry Mean Machine. Cunningham, who plays for the Bobcats, both, of course, out of Fail Brigade North, the powerhouse in the Fail Brigade Conference. And then J Gold, the James standing for James. J is James, who plays for the Sea Kiwis. Well, hold on, spoilers. Then receiving on the other side. They spread the raw ball around a lot more. Kelly, really, the go-to man with 100 yards for the day. Didn't help. dropped one, but, you know, that's only one he dropped. I mean, he caught quite a few for the Alouettes, with Bandit getting 5, as well as his masterpiece of a rushing performance on the ground there, and Pacheco, the receiver who plays for the Sunblazers, also making an appearance. On defence, tackles, it's Clark, Andrews and so forth. Right, good. End the game. Well, there you go. That was the Pro Bowl for the Electrosports League. It was a thriller. Let's make no mistake about it. It could have gone in many directions. Ultimately, it didn't. I've been Colonel Failure. If you want to get involved in the Electrosports Football League, then, well, you can. To explain exactly what you've just been watching, this is Axis Football. We play MyFootballNow, but the rosters are compatible-ish, sort of, after a bit of conversion. So we take our MyFootballNow rosters and stick them in Axis Football and watch Axis Football try and play football. I've been Colonel Failure. If you want to get involved, I feel like I'm going in a loop here. Yes, like the 2-minute warning. Okay, fine. Then sign up to a bit of Fail Brigade or Bad Company, call it what you will, and watch the skies for signs of open teams. You'll know it when you see it. Thanks very much for watching this one. Catch you soon. Cheerio. Why, yes, Axis Football is a janky old game there, but it's quite good fun to us to watch it, you know, play out using the rosters that we use in MyFootballNow. It just makes for a bit of a diverting end of the season, and so forth. And it's worth celebrating. The team from Bad Company, or the team from Bad Company have taken on teams in MyFootballNow, and we've been running that for, well, the best part of 18 months. And it's jolly good fun. If you like a bit of Football Manager with an American football stylie, fancy playing against other people who are similarly motivated to just have a good time and there's no real pressure on you to do well, get stuck in. We've always got an open team or two at the end of the season. If you fancy joining up now, sign up for Bad Company by following me on the Patreon. There's a link in the description somewhere. It's inevitable. Or you can hit the join button here on the YouTube and get involved that way, and get yourself on the Discord and say, I fancy playing some of that football stuff. And people will point you in the right direction. Anyway, there you go. A one-off. The next one-off will be a season from now, at the end of the 2025 season. Don't know which game it'll be. It'll be a game. Also, if you happen to know of another 3D football simulator that has an editor in there, so you can actually introduce your players, I'm quite happy to do it in another game, but Axis appears to be the only game that allows you to edit rosters with a 3D engine. What I'd love is if Mutant Football League had an editor built in, and then we could have, you know, orcs and skeletons and robots and all that kind of jazz representing our MFN teams. But no, it doesn't work. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. You've been watching some sports. See you next time.